hoping for. Is it possible that you want more? I just want you for myself. You had to leave early, and I didn't even have your number. I was afraid to never see you again. Give it all to my baby, all to my baby, all to my baby. 'Cause I trust you a little, trust you a little, trust you a little. I remember last time you said you slept with that other guy. That's why it's hard for me to trust you another time. Give it all to my baby, all to my baby, all to my baby. 'Cause I trust you a little, trust you a little, trust you a little. I remember last time you said you slept with that other guy. That's why it's hard for me to trust you another time. My friends and I were at a party. I wasn't counting on you. I watched myself a lot clock ticking in the night. You were my eyes, the most desirable girl. You didn't give me the attention I was hoping for. I felt your warmth and I stared deep into your eyes. You kissed me softly, I stroked from your hair, from your head to the back. Give it all to my baby, all to my baby, all to my baby. 'Cause I trust you a little, trust you a little, trust you a little. I remember last time you said you slept with that other guy. That's why it's hard for me to trust you another time. Give it all to my baby, all to my baby, all to my baby. 'Cause I trust you a little, trust you a little, trust you a little. I remember last time you said you slept with that other guy. That's why it's hard for me to trust you another time.
If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead. 'Cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were no one. And I can't wait to see you again. I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. Hindsight is fleeting when your heart's bleeding and all you can see is red. Till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead. 'Cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were no one. And I can't wait to see
Skeletor, thanks for the resub. That was great timing. I was just turning down my music and all of a sudden it kicked in and I was like, whoa. No, I'm glad you're able to get some. They were there for a reason. How's it going tonight? Ooh, a fan art contest. Celebrate 7 years. We're inviting you to share your creativity. We want you to share your fan art and creative visions, ships, officers, alliances, original concepts, or crossovers. Anything is celebrating STFC in the Trek universe. AI submissions will not be accepted. The more you know. Howdy, Broken Wolf. How you doing tonight? 5 categories, 2 winners each. Boldly Go, Exploration and Tech, 7 Years of the Final Frontier. Best Crossover. Infinite Diversity, Strange New Worlds. Seems like there are some failures overall. What kind of failures? I can't picture any failures. I know, I'm picturing like some of the fan art that's gonna come across, and it's gonna be like how many ways can you envision the poop emoji being re-envisioned into a crossover into the Star Trek universe? Not being done with AI. Like what else has been like the most common one on these posts here lately? Clown, a clown emoji, banana, poop emoji. Toilet paper, toilet. Lipstick. There's a lot of ideas. Yeah, but you can see the channel. I mean, the moderators are going to get rid of stuff. The moderators are going to get rid of stuff eventually, but be able to see a couple of things here and there. No, that wasn't what I wanted to do. There. Like, there's some stuff that... there's... Mr. Stinky. You gonna order that computer on Friday? Awesome. That's actually a really neat table. I mean, There's gonna be certain things that are gonna be cool. I don't think some people took the AI generated, or wonder if they had to go back and edit it and say not AI generated. Do I use a green screen? I do not use a green screen. I got the NVIDIA broadcast app, so it's a virtual green screen. It's interesting. Community interaction is always kind of a neat thing. Getting to see some of the creativity of the people in the community is always a great time. Yeah, I'm using NVIDIA GPU, and there's an NVIDIA broadcast app, and that app gives you the option. What else? They also had notification about Alliance tournaments. So Alliance tournaments are going, this is going to be during the 7th anniversary. So there's going to be an AMS that will award Officer Depot tokens and Strategema. I don't even know what that word is. Tokens, which can be spent in the event section. Make sure to use them while this AT is going. As part of our ongoing efforts to make ATs better, rebalanced and updated the material and syndicate tasks to be appropriate for player levels. I didn't realize that everybody got to see all of the stuff. I guess I did get to see the G7 stuff, and I'm not 71 yet. Kind of like Zoom backgrounds. Yeah, it's really similar. Use them or lose them. Yeah, definitely. I like the fact that they point out to make sure that they get used, because there's a lot of times where we sit there and we wonder, you know, like, is this going to carry over to the next time this runs, or do we got to spend stuff here? And apparently, there's still some people that are having issues with the rankings. Hopefully it's, you know, like, not putting people down a level instead of graduating them to the next rank. And then we had patch notes for... They must have updated something else. There was 3 things when I popped in here earlier. Or was it those 3? I felt like it was one of those, but that's good. I was wondering if we had some of those tokens left over from prior run. Sometimes I wonder. So there's a strategema. Or have I not got myself muted? There it is. Strategema tokens, or there's a Strategema move token. I'm assuming that is new and not part of the existing mechanics. I'm officially bored in game at op 60, but I want to save it for my first stream going to level 61. It's a good spot to highlight for sure. Like I've been kind of checking my progress and seeing where I'm at for level 70 or Dabo token. Yeah, the Dabo token stuff. Dabo tokens were kind of fun. But yeah, doing an upgrade for 61 is kind of fun because not only can you like show off everything, so if you kind of go through all the before items like in your refineries and some of your events and stuff like that, you can kind of have a record of like the before and after, so you can see what the difference is between 60 and 61. Just for your record keeping stuff. Because I'm getting close to 70. I'm kind of hoping that by the time Alliance tournaments are done, I'm going to have enough rare saved up to kind of make the push. But it's going to be close. I think right now I need like 28 more days of speed ups and then like 2,500 rare of each type. It's getting there. Then I'll have a big 70 celebration like Major Samo just did. Alright, so events we have Ferengi's exchange, away teams. Away teams for Syndicate Pass. I did an outpost earlier today to get that out of the way because I'd rather do that while I'm working. Let's see, solo wave defense. Yeah, that has progress needed.
The most important thing is that we're able to be one-to-one, you and I, with each other.
And then the main Battle Pass event is also away teams. I did a few upgrades. It's kind of about the same spot as last time. Kind of be able to get like 3/4 of the way to the to the reward point, but can't quite get there. So hopefully over the next couple of days here, through the battle pass or something like that, be able to get a difference. So honestly, difference between 60 and 61 is not bad. Main difference is just daily hostiles. Yeah. And just you get the graduation to Sigma, so kind of just getting your head wrapped around doing the Sigma refining and doing the transition. Yeah, you get to see more of the hazards, understanding the hazards and doing the mining dailies for the hazards and the hostile dailies for the hazards to get your points built up. My outpost is 19. I was gonna guess 18, but it's 19. I haven't been pushing myself. I didn't realize right off the bat that the level of outpost ties into how much of the outpost upgrade currency you get. So I've been I started off a little bit lower than I should have, but I'm starting to learn that progressing through it is best off to kind of push up a little bit. Okay, Stronghold Siege. So this should be faction stuff. No, PvP stuff. PvP stuff and faction stuff. I did PvP stuff over lunch today. Factions will probably knock this out with just regular normal dailies. I still have to start the ARC missions. I'll probably run the ARC missions and like do a narration video or something like that next week. Run them all together because I think there was 4. Yeah, and we're only at the 3rd week of them. '66 is at up 70 as long as it's Cardi or Borg. Yeah. I did a 66 here at 69 this morning just to see. I was able to take the outpost, but I did not have much of anything left. I had intended to use Lorca's Fist, but I forgot to kick it off. I didn't even get to kill the first retaliation hostile. It took almost everything that I had. Ah, there's Skeletor's name. Let's see. When would that have been? This outpost right here. I had a sliver left. That was all I could do for the 66. I know I'm not fully optimized in my crews though, too. I do have room to go. It's been sufficient for the 63s to get through. I don't know what it is. 45 of them or something like that. I haven't been too nitpicky about it. I was doing 60s for the longest time because I thought that's where my level was, and then I started seeing other people doing the 63s, and I was like, oh, maybe these aren't that bad. But I know once I get that epic ship, I think that will... Well, once I get the epic ship and get a few levels underneath of it, that should make that way easier. And then Tech Tuesday, I've been missing doing some of my Q's trials. So that's fantastic for that to pop up. And I probably even already have this done, yeah. Fleet Commander upgrade, ship upgrade. Not gonna do either one of those. Let's kick off with Q's trials. I'm so glad I don't have an outpost going right now. It's so annoying. Last week I did it with the outpost running, and to do like I don't even know how many of these things you have to kill. 20 of them? 15? Something like that. To do all those, having to go inside of the building to pick up the menu option, just so annoying. And they can't say there's not enough room to add a third button there. Yeah, getting the outpost up to, or the outpost command center up to be able to get that third ship. Yeah, that's a huge difference. I think I could probably even handle 66 pretty decently if I had 3 ships. Decently. Not great, but decent. I'd be able to smash the fuck out of the 63s if I had 3 ships, though. I know that. If there would have been any kind of a good refinery option related to the outpost loop, I would have definitely been in on that. Because I actually like the outpost mechanic overall. Good evening, Larami. How are you? Because overall, it's kind of it's passive. I kind of like the things that you can kind of do secondary to what your main objective is. Because I mean, they're giving us bonus points and stuff for doing it with the with the main hostels and then like day-to-day stuff, but it hasn't been like an overarching scoring event, so that I haven't felt the need to try to do 3 different things at one time. I also don't pursue a lot of the leaderboards. There are other people that enjoy to have their places on the leaderboards more than I do, especially when it comes to the hostile grinding ones. I feel like I'm the only one that went in on the outpost. I guess I'm not really certain what the average player feels about them. I know a lot of people are kind of not happy about like the time commitment behind it at all. But I kind of think of it as like an overnight mining activity almost. As long as they don't forget about it. But I mean, I guess I do see like there's not a lot of people that are doing them like really, really, really often. Where are we? We're almost in Federation space. Oh, I thought that was the... Where do they move that to now? I feel like they moved that. Well, there's no open ones there, so maybe it's being a little busy. There's quite a few open there. I'll both, I keep doing them. I kind of punch down a bit, but I get bonuses. I don't mind. In my alliance, and definitely don't recommend it. They're gonna forget about Elixirus or however it's spelled. Yeah, I'm very much expecting this to get pushed aside. I mean, one of the big reasons I wanted to push up a little bit is just to kind of make sure that I wasn't drowning out these nodes. It's gonna die. Yeah, I mean, if they don't put a lot of incentive behind it, because I mean, right now, the only reason to do it is like for the generation ability here. For the material fragments, and then like the hull health and like that's about it. Like this is gonna the material fragments are like an ongoing mechanic that you get to take advantage of all the time. The hull health is something you get to take advantage of all the time. How high does that even get? I mean, it's not supreme. 943% there. Up to 19, yeah. I was able to get that there today. I've been pushing up a little bit throughout my last few outposts that I've ran. I've been making sure to punch up and take advantage of them. I felt that it's been a good spot. Went to 41 ASAP. I really thought about it. If there would have been any real decent stuff here, if they would have had Sigma speed ups in here, even if it was like 8 hours, I probably would have pushed 41 too. But I just didn't feel like there was quite enough here for me to do it. I mean, it's not bad, but it wasn't enough to tip me over the edge for it. I mean, the mirror dust is good. Some of these, I don't even remember these when these popped in. I just noticed Cisco's Romulan Ale glass today. I wonder if that had a threshold on it that since I'm closer to 70, that it kicked in. It's honestly a bad investment. That is definitely news. So that must have popped in today then with the update. I thought it was weird that I wouldn't have noticed it before. Whether it was intended to be released today or not is another question. But I mean, there's decent stuff here. It just wasn't enough for me. If there would have been any sourcing of any reasonable bit of speed ups, I would have definitely went in on getting it to 41. For 71 plus artifact. That's good. I mean, that's already an economic adjustment, really. Like, that's amazing timing for Scopely to be making any kind of adjustment on the economy already. I honestly wasn't expecting to see anything like that for 2 or 3 months. The Mirror Dust and Building combo are about the only things I invest in. Yeah. Just left out loud for real. Yeah, I feel like the way that my game's gonna pace out, I'm probably gonna enter G7 about the time that things are gonna be a little bit more smoothed out. You guys that are paving the way are definitely going trial by fire on this one. I know G5 was pretty rough. G6 was kind of rough, but not terrible. G7's been bad. I mean, the worst part about it is it's just like the basic mechanics, the dailies. I mean, just having your ships able to mine and not just randomly show up back at your base and auto recall and stuff. Or not have them count from the points until after you move off the node. You know, like, some of that stuff is just ridiculous that it even got into production. Like, I understand the broken nodes thing. Like, that was even popping up into G6 space. I had noticed it. I'm staying at 70 for a bit. Started this game just over 2 years ago. Yeah, that's a lot of content. I've got one of my alliance mates in January. It's gonna be his second year too. He's just ready to hit the button on 66. And he is not a massive spender by any means. He's an extremely light spender. Yeah, that's the main thing is I don't even know if artifacts haven't been in the game all that long. Officers for sure. You know, like for a long time here I was thinking like a lot of the older officers don't have a lot of staying power, like they don't have a lot of need in the game right now. And then this arc comes along. Those old officers are the exact officers that actually matter for this content right now. Like, there's some newer officers that work within it, but for the most part, it's some of the original officers. You know, like their usefulness has gone past just the away teams. Luckily, they're fairly easily sourceable, though. Fairly. You can get them unlocked pretty easily. Getting them maxed out is probably a little tough because a lot of the packs are diluted, but... They're probably not even in transporter patterns, are they? No, like your Gorkon and... Was Khan part of that? I don't remember. Yeah, Khan's in there. Lorca's in there. Like, there's enough to be able to make a crew, for sure. James T. Kirk. That's enough to do probably 1 or 2 ships. That 3rd ship's probably tough, though. Badges are your holdup. You know, like, I have the benefit of being like a spender in the G4 days, and that was kind of like the only packs were like the officer recruit packs that were really worthwhile back then. So I got really badged up. Five has always been useful, but I had to dust off Gorkon. Yeah, Gorkon's been like a leader for away teams for me. But now I'm having the problem where I have to keep on picking those officers up out of the ATAs to get them on ships. 38% isn't fantastic. And I kind of have to pay attention to which officers that I'm using. Command badges. I mean, it's probably even possible to understand what the intensity is on some of them too. Okay, an uncommon officer is a poor example, or a common officer. I want reverse level. Okay, I thought this was going to be the easiest way to be able to see the badges. I don't have a science one. But yeah, it's 3 to 2 I have half again as many of the engineering badges I do the command. That's a really strong indicator that that's, you know, 2/3 of the badges that you use are a good. Yeah, probably like 2/3 of the badges that you use are command. Okay, so the Q's trial is done. Did I complete the Tech Tuesday? Not quite yet. Badges, I thought I had those licked. Quit doing Stella loops. Suddenly I don't have them and I'm doing Stella Thursday stuff again. Yeah, I haven't been doing Stella stuff and I probably should be. Because I'm gonna get really sad if I ever run out. One more. I had to build them. Oh, you had to build both of your Stellas back up? I suppose if you didn't think you're going to need to use it anymore, it wouldn't be a bad idea to park it. And just turn it into a refinery token. All right, Dr. Ta'ana, shards acquired. All right, so FKR hostels. I used the particles I got from them for Crystal. I think it was when I was hard up for it. For the Hamill complains about them and I was like, it's no problem. Turns out I was wrong. The what are those things called? Multiphasics? Oh no, the particles for the Stella. I always forget about that portion of the refinery. Yeah, I think when I saw Samuel complaining about the badges is when I really realized like how big of a problem they really are. But then it never occurred to me that there wasn't like a normal, like regular sourcing spot for them in the game either. Why am I so far zoomed in? Huge problem. That's crazy. Like, it never once occurred to me, like, how rough that it was. I mean, I guess some of that also comes from, what, 3 years of doing Stella stuff? Or 4 years? I did not have to max tier all my officers that I did. I just felt like the game was nagging me to do it. Sort of OCD about seeing them not maxed when they could be. Armada claims. Yeah. I mean, it's just, an extra 4 years of opportunities no matter what, I guess. I mean, it is possible that there was more sourcing earlier in the game, too. Like, when we had Call to Arms and Call of War and stuff like that, there might have been some badges in that. I have to go back and look at some really old Rev Deuce videos to really be able to tell that, though. I used to have some old clips stored on my computer, but I finally got rid of them. Now I kind of wish I wouldn't have. Okay. My 68 Explorer must have despawned. Alright, we'll just hit the big boys then. I think I can two-shot the 68 interceptors. Not 100% sure on that, though. Yes. I'm pretty sure I can't on the battleships, though. Holy crap, the system is spawning some 70s. Usually it's a struggle. Maybe that's something they fixed in the patch too, loosen up the 70s a little bit. Because that's honestly one of the things that's been holding me back from going to 70. Op 69, yeah. I've got the operations underway for 70 right now. I just can't I can't reach the 70 system with the level that my ships are at, and I don't really want to put anything more into them. I did it tier 9 just to get the cube, and it leaves me just short 59 to be able to get to the 70 system. So I figured I'm gonna sit here and get everything accumulated to the point that I can get the ops upgraded to 70 and get my first ship unlocked. Epi quit? Did he really? I mean, I kind of been noticed that he's been slowing down a little bit, I guess. Getting more busy, real life stuff. More focused, I guess, maybe. French is the best PvP ship. I don't remember which ones are which. I'm getting the Klingon one. They booted and looted him. Oh, I can actually see the 70 ships? Yeah, Crenshaw is the one I'm going to be getting. I'll be able to get the Enterprise E as well, but I don't know. I might get it just for the sake of having it. Not so much as a matter of intent. No, I don't want the Selkie to die. I bet that was really tough for them to boot and loot Epi. I mean, it's probably not the first time, I guess, either, but... Oh, you cracked him, and Butters said that he wanted to quit and make it an alliance raid. Well, I guess that kind of gives a little bit of a fact that there's possibility to come back. It was just more of those, yeah, it's a convenient time to quit, so I'll quit type of things. Yeah, I know who you meant. Wrath of Butter Pecan. Yeah, there's a lot of people that were playing in the older days that aren't playing today. No, I need to make this a easy to kill ship. As a server, we need to consolidate active players. I think a lot of that's been happening. There's been a lot of merges and moves and stuff going on. Some other alliances need merging too. It changes a lot though. There's a lot of people that are moderately active. There's a lot of people that are very active still. I keep on forgetting this is a hazard system and my ship's just gonna die if I leave it sitting here. It it died like 3 times to this system yesterday. I'd send it and get distracted with something else, and then I'd send it back and get distracted with something else. There was a couple of times where I was sitting dead at base and I was wondering where the heck thought my base was cracked. You hate the Vindicator? It looks like a surge protector. I'm not a fan of the way that it looks either. Like it looks a lot like the GS31, where it's just kind of a trashy looking ship, but I kind of like what it does. I think for as much of like an artistic look that the ship has, they could have definitely gave a better effort into the way that it looks. Good evening, Big Booty. How are you doing? It's I didn't realize that that's almost like a... Is that like a Botany Bay? Is that like the old thing where they just have the old ships buried into the next ships? Well, I forget how far back you gotta go for this. No, it's not quite a Botany Bay. What level did the Vindicator come out at? That's good. Just had that very similar nose. What was the lore behind this again? Doesn't really have it. What the fuck are those? It's like some kind of surge protector. Okay, I see it now. It's like a battery backup. This is the surge side, and this is the battery side. Hi, Retro. How you doing tonight? That's amazing. I never really realized what the side looked like on this thing. I'm just always used to looking at it from the top down. The back looks like an angry face. I think I can remember that one, actually. Oh, what creature does that remind me of? Hi, Blue Meanie, how you doing? That reminds me of like the combines off of Cars or something. Angry Toaster? Squidward? There's some Disney movie. I think of the Brave Little Toaster when you say Angry Toaster, though. I'm picturing this thing as like the angry thing. That's not right, but I mean that's what it reminds me of. One of those crossover SUVs that follows too close behind me. Minecraft Villager. It could be something off of Minecraft. Alright, I have to remember that I cannot open this in this chat box because this chat box does not allow me to look at things. I gotta preview this off stream first. I know it's YouTube, but I gotta make sure. Oh no, it didn't actually work. Oh, come on, I did it last time. There. No, it does not allow me. I'll have to take your word for that one, I guess. That is... I think I like the ship more now, to tell you the truth. That was a sight I was not expecting to see. Angry Surge Protector battery backup. Yeah, for real. Alright, how far did I get through that outpost thing? Okay, so Stronghold Siege is done. We have... What else do we have for events? Away teams, let's knock that out really quick. So I have some away teams to start. I don't want to use him as charismatic, and I don't want to use him as diplomat. And that's mainly why. Faction credits and all this stuff. I've been upgrading trades. It's so nice having an easy path for currency for that. Yeah, I keep on underestimating like how many or how quick it is to accumulate that stuff these days. You're at 21 out of 72 with the outpost still, all 3 ships living. What level of outpost are you doing? Because if you're doing a 53, I'm not impressed. If you're doing a 66, then I'm kind of impressed. Just a 63? That's still further than I'm making it with 2. Tried 66, just failed. I did a 66 earlier. It might be at the point where it's falling off of my board. No. I did a 66 earlier. And I had 1.1 billion hull left on my cube. And my Kaskari got completely destroyed. And I did not last through the first assault hostile. I did more to it than I would have anticipated, though, to be honest. I mean, that's like 6%. I feel as long as you kill the outpost, that's probably the biggest portion of the prize right now. At least that's what I'm chasing. You guys might be a little bit different since you're already a little bit more advanced with it. But, I mean, if you're getting down to 21, I mean, that means you're getting into the good stuff so that you have the, you're getting down to the good stuff so you have the opportunity to get more, probably more that way than you would if you would do one at a 60. Well, can you do the 63 all the way? What's the next one down? Is it 60? It goes down to 60. Okay, yeah. Getting the rare stuff to upgrade can't be earned. You just butthead. I haven't seen this dream sticker in a while. I brought back some memories real quick there. Thank you for the bits, Jimmy TV. Yeah, and the rare stuff. The rare stuff to do the upgrade. Is that just in like the battle pass right now? It doesn't come through any of the tracks of the I hate that those symbols are both triangles. And you can't really tell what you get from doing the defeat from the reward chest. Stuck on the Enterprise E, need Sigma 100 to upgrade it. Just money only. And just the little bit that you get in the battle pass. Because there was some of it attached to No, the Outpost Battle Pass. Because you get a little bit of it in there. Got to Op 72 today. There you go. Congrats. That's a big hurdle. I don't know how much of that you get. 480, 480. So that's what, 1440? No, 18. What was it? 480? 480 times 3. Yeah, 1440. On the free track. And then there's a pretty good amount in the paid track. 5,700. I don't know how much that would actually get you. I mean, it's probably like 3 of them. You have the resources, you just need the Sigma Trit. I'm not looking forward to some of the requirements for the upgrades. I'm not gonna lie. Because I think I'm probably gonna be able to get my Crenshaw here probably before the next arc. It's getting close. It's very close. Because I think I just got 5 of the bonus converter tokens. What's uncommon to rare? So I can get like 1,000. Rare there. I'll have enough for choice tokens to be able to do the academy. It's gonna be close. Man, it's gonna be so close. I can't beat the 71s in that part of the missions. I can't imagine. I mean, I know, like, I even had the this guy pop up outside of my base, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be an interesting hit. Anytime that there's that many commas, I start getting confused. I was just kind of happy that it happened in, like, normal space, I guess. Yeah, but what did you use to kill it? Did you use a T15 cube or a tier 9 Kaskari or something? I think I need to graduate to the next ship before I can make an impact on that thing. I threw my cube at it just to see. Because curious minds and all that. Oh, I suppose cons up in that space. Crenshaw with the skin. I always forget about the skins. Can I even see those skins? Yes. Have a good day, Larami. Thanks for stopping by. 450% of base. What is the disintegratability? No, it's that one. Increases energy weapon damage by 2180. Cumulative. Not available to buy all the time. I have a feeling that when I hit 70, it would be a good time that they would give me that opportunity. But I'm guessing that's probably also one of the ones you got to buy in like 3 or 4 different packs too. Why didn't they want to transfer? If it's only 1 pack, I'll probably pick it up too, because I know that's got some long-term value. Maybe. Is it worth it? I don't know if it's worth it. It would be worth it, yes. Never mind, it would be worth it. That almost made a noticeable damage. I hit the shields a little bit. I think the other thing is maybe... I hate doing the tech upgrade when there's not the tech event running in the daily events. But I do need to... Reactor Protomatter and Tear Up Catalyst. I think I need to give at least one of them an upgrade, though. Got it for the Crenshaw and the NT. Yeah. I have a feeling I'm going to end up with both of those ships, too. So we pick up tonight. We're supposed to pick up tonight the artifact hunt for the 12-hour event. I can't upgrade this yet. I can upgrade Agimus. I can attempt to upgrade Agimus. I might be able to win the leaderboard just off of failures here. So any of the battleships other than the cube are kind of pointless. Yeah. That's something that I kind of noticed in G6 here. Because I went into... I left G5 with the Daradex. And then I went into Negvar and I was like, oh. Now I have 3 battleships as my 3 strongest ships. And I was kind of like, okay, that's not really a pro move. And that got really rough during the events that required you to do certain ships, like hit certain ships with certain chips. Hit explorers or kill hostiles with explorers or something like that. I really made those events tough because then I had to go down to using a Sanctus. I only got the one epic G5 ship. Because I hit 60... probably like a week after. And that was right where my my cube was just finally catching up too. That's been 2 years now. So the cube hadn't been long enough to understand the purpose of the intent of not having extra battleships. Now battleships up to G6. No battleships up to G6. Alright, so that one is maxed. Parka's weapon. That's what I need to do. Actually, Thalaran Radiation. I should be doing the PvP ones. Parker's isolytic weapon, I don't know if is really that worthwhile or not. Oh, that passed at first. I've got so much of this proto matter saved up. Only for the refinery. Which refinery? Oh, the Forbidden Tech refinery? Yeah. And those ones need too much of the tier up catalyst. See how long that position lasts. I mean, if I get top 10 in this, I'll be happy. Not bad for two forbidden techs up one tier. I've been holding off on a lot of that for a while. I'd kind of hoped that would have been like a Macula's Crucible or even like the Ascendant event or something like that. But it wasn't really needed for any of that stuff, and we didn't have the Crucible event. Well, I'm probably gonna end up having to go out and do aggregation hostels pretty soon. That's not too bad, actually. The common ones seem to be going really fast. Tomorrow is going to be doing epic transition mining. At the moment, I am first place in the Outpost Control Upgrade SLB. Well, congratulations. I feel like that's probably a pretty good spot to be right now. The last time when I ran the event, I was able to score pretty good off of it. This time I didn't make a big impact with probably more than what I had last time. Still a little bit early though. Finished second in the last one. That's awesome. That's a discipline to be able to keep the stuff on hand. I've been kind of a little hesitant on spending too many starts, too many of the directives, because I keep on feeling like there might be like a good leaderboard for it for hitting the hostels or taking over the outpost or something. So I keep on hanging on to the stuff and making it a little bit advantageous. I did my Borg refinery and I shouldn't have. I should have saved my Borg refinery for the Alliance tournament. Yeah, the rare fleet commander credits are probably worthwhile to not take that out of my rotation. That's okay, I'll just do G6 events anyways. '18th on the Defender leaderboard and 98th on the Regional Alliance leaderboard. Oof. I was really surprised with how poorly our alliance was doing on that one too, to be honest. Like a lot of those leaderboards we do pretty decently on, but this one's been a little tougher. So yeah, we're at 76th. And I think I was in like 39th or something last time I looked at the Outpost one. I'm in 44 for the upgrade. That one we're at 84th for the Defender. I'm at 23rd. That's actually not bad. That goes on tomorrow yet. So I think I have 2 starts. I don't know if it's 2 or 3 starts. I'll have 2 starts tomorrow. So if there's a good enough event, I'll be able to get 2 runs at it tomorrow. I'm surprised only one of my ships got attacked up there. That was weird. Man, I upgraded my Revenant during the... I should say I scrapped my Revenant during the Ascendant event. And I got it left at level 1. And so I took that out to do Silent Hostels the other night. And I did like 4 trips. And I ended up with... What is that? I was probably almost 2.5 weeks of pulls for that. And I got quite a few levels on the ship too. It felt good to be able to do like regular old XP grind on a ship. I'm gonna have to build a Mauga during the next spend auction. That way when they have G5 scrapping, I can put it towards maxing out my G6 miner. Alright, Skeletor, have a good night. I will. Boy, I'm almost forgetting what some of the stuff is here. Like, they just keep on adding so much and so much stuff to what you have to do for these clicks. I'm still kind of working on the jellyfish to Enterprise A to Enterprise D. I'm trying to see if I can get like a second one free through that loop. Or at least heavily discounted. It should make the G5 scrapping when it eventually comes. Kind of fun, kind of awesome. I'm still holding on to the faith that that will come someday. And that it will be, we'll say, moderately lucrative. I don't have high expectations for it, but I mean, I think it's realistic that they'll have it be semi-reasonable. Like, as long as it converts G5 resources into G6 resources, I mean, it's kind of a win. I mean, if it's going to be getting rid of an old chip that you're not going to be using anymore, it's, yeah, right? Exactly. G5 to G4. Have it be an actual scrapyard where you just break it down from higher level components to lower level components. That is actually a more realistic method for it. Because, I mean, I could see it be turning into, like, maybe broken ship parts or something. Or even, like, this refinable shards or whatever. Yeah, just to clear up space, exactly. I mean, I think that's what most people really want it for. Is just the opportunity to get a little bit of space cleared up. Because there's kind of that weird gap between the ships that you use. Because, like, all the specialty ships kind of fill in, like, the middle of the range. And then all your current ships are kind of in the higher end of the range. So there's this weird gap between what you use and what you don't use. And I wouldn't mind having that gap removed. I feel like I'm doing something wrong in the Augment Exile refinery. Because I've got way too many common Wrath credits. Like, I feel like I'm skipping a step for doing something with them. I kept on thinking like maybe there was a way to convert them up because we have the way to convert them down right now. And so I keep on looking around in there because I'm like, I have 60,000 of the common Wrath credits, and there's like 2 spots to spend them or 3 spots to spend them or something. And I still get in the habit of pulling the officer recruit chest to be able to get transporter patterns. I used to always pull the 300 chest in the faction stores, but I changed that over to the elite recruit chests. But I'm still just like racking them up, thinking that there's going to be a some sort of an event that's going to have a recruiting tactic behind it that's not just spending choice recruit tokens. You still pull the 300? I stopped. I should start it. I almost should start again. I don't know. I'm kind of torn about it because it's like the credits could go to better places, but like I don't need the transporter pattern buffer things, transporter dust. And it's not that I have all those officers maxed either. Like, I still kind of just saving some of them for an event that requires it. The elites are not worth it. At least the elites have officer shards that are harder to get. Like, I've got all of the officers in the regular packs, so I'm just getting dust out of it. I just don't think I need that much dust. Want the dust? I mean, there may come a day that I feel like I missed an opportunity and need them, but... Oh, that actually reminds me. I need to go look at the loyalty chests in the faction store. And the FKRs. I don't remember if the bigger ones had rare materials. They do. There's like 600 of them. This is math time. I have operations almost done. So that was like 600, so that's like 10% of that. That takes that down to 6,000, we'll say. That takes that down to 4,700. It has the crystal covered, which means I can start the conversion of the crystal into gas and ore. Your next loyalty has the Aphelion G7 miner in it. I'm definitely not quite there yet. I don't think. What level does that one take? Is it that one? No. No, that's Enterprise E. Did I accidentally pull this one already? Or is that on... Did I miss it? Ah, there it is. Never mind, I missed it. Will they even give you 2 shards? I'll have that in 8.5 trillion rep. Need to get your NE cloak too. I thought about picking that up. I probably should have been starting on that. That's getting closer though. I think the loyalty packs put me in striking distance for the speed ups. And they just knock out a good chunk of the rares. I mean, that's like 5 days of events worth of rares. That's a pretty good one. If I can swap out the Cuban outpost, that way go out and I'll cloak on 3 ships. Yeah, if you need to have the cloak, that would definitely be worthwhile. I mean, I got it for the Kaskari immediately because it was so cheap in that store. I've used it a few times, but mainly just for like territory captures, or if I want to sneak around into other people's territories or something. Be sneaky. No Crenshaw this time. We Warhead then pop in, killed me before the 3-minute timer went off. I said never again. I don't blame you. That would definitely irritate me. But man, I would love to really kill people when they're getting ready to set up for that. If I was at war, that would be my favorite thing to do. Like, I always loved, like, the, when they had Armada events that were going on, and when you're at war, so you can kind of just have a really good idea where people are going to be. Anytime you have a real good event that puts everybody in a specific area, it's like a, you know, like a funnel of death almost. I haven't been pulling these credits, but now that I have all the favors maxed, I should. Okay, 1 hour speed up. Ooh, 15-minute speed up. That's a rough one. $75 minutes of speed ups. That's amazing, like what the variation is. 15-minute to 3 days. Like, why can't they make the minimum like an hour or something? Like, it always feels like a little bit of an insult when I get a 15-minute. When I get a 15-minute Sigma speed up. Like, I don't mind it coming off of a hostel so much, but out of a refinery or faction store chest is like, like, why even have it in there? All right, so I think I'm gonna keep on feeding server 34's need for feeder ships. So like with that, I'm gonna call it a night. We're gonna go ahead and raid out. Looked like Lost In was up and giving her a go. Let's go and give him a visit. Thanks for stopping by. Hope everybody had a great evening, had a great day. I will be live again tomorrow night, so feel free to drop a follow and check for the notification. Thanks for everybody for your time. Thanks for the bits. And I hope everybody has a great Wednesday.